Okay, I'm doing beans today, I promise. Promises. This is beans day. I've been threatening to do beans. I haven't done any beans. Well, Chinese noodle beans. And the scarlet runner bean. But anyway, not the green beans. We're gonna do those today. Also, I just noticed my Bahaha. Look, my baby Bahaha has a little baby. Proud mom. Proud tomato mom right here. Anyway. Oh, there's two. Okay. There's another little nugget right there. Okay. Also, beans. Back to the beans. So, this rusty clip here. We have garden bean burpees tender pod. ×2. The Cherokee wax bean, yellow bush. We have the tenderette garden bean. Tender green garden bean. These are different. They're different. Blue Lake 274. I think there's only like 7 or 8 beans left. We're gonna grow them. Kitchen King garden bean. Seems like the green beans are all called garden beans. Kentucky Wonder Pole bean that I got from Good Eats. I won this. Remember the beans fell out the bottom and belly? Oh, and rattlesnake pole beans. I also have another packet. There's not very many in here, so thank you, Katie from Mayfield Ranch, for sending me more rattlesnake pole beans. I have like 4 beans, so gracias, muchas. All right, so I've got some cups. Let me get cups filled with water. Let me get tags done. I don't have my tags done today. I don't know. Let me get tags done, cups of water, and we will soak while I do some other things, some maintenance. Okay, everyone, I would like to introduce you to my son's lovely girlfriend, Stephanie. She's gonna be helping me in the garden today. Come here, lovey. Look.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Isn't she sweet? Okay, so just in case you see someone, I have an assistant. Okay, so while the beans are soaking, I'm gonna make a trellis for my extra tomatoes. I really need to put them on something because I don't want to give them away. And I want to see them grow, but they're indeterminate, so I need something tall. So behind me, I have that green, it's like an 11-foot stake. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use zip ties and I'm gonna attach some cattle panel fencing to it to try to make it a little bit wider so that I can plant several tomatoes. You know, I'm not just gonna plant this, but I'm gonna load it up. It's called cramscaping. Okay, look it up. It's not landscaping, it's cramscaping, and that's how I roll. This is a piece of fencing I'm gonna use. I'm gonna set it on top and zip tie it. Took forever. Okay, so my squashes are actually starting to come up in this bed, so I had to do this now because pretty much I can no longer walk in this bed. I shouldn't be walking this bed anyway, but anyway. So I think that will at least help when as the tomatoes get bigger. At least I can secure them up to about 5.5 feet. And then after that, they may flop. They may do other things. The tomato vines are going to do what they're going to do. Just trying to help them. So let me go ahead and get those 2 tomatoes and get those in the ground.
Literally what I was going to say.
Okay, so here's the tomatoes I'm going to be planting right now. I have 4. I have vintage wine number 1. It's already flowering. Nice, healthy specimen, which is why I didn't want to get rid of it. I want to see it. I've never seen a vintage wine. I've grown them 2 years in a row. The plants always died or it got too hot and I got no tomatoes. So vintage wine number 2, also flowering. Lovely. So those are going in. That span of wire is about 3.5 feet. So of course I'm putting 4 tomatoes. Of course I am, obviously. Ox heart, nice. And a Cherokee purple, a little bit smaller one. It never got as big and as robust as the others because I started this seed the 15th of January. That's it. And then this ox heart the 14th of January. Should be further along by now, I think, but it's not. Like, beans are still soaking. I'm gonna let them soak at least an hour. So after I plant these, we'll find something else fun to do. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna mulch my peppers. I need to get this in between my peppers because the ground there tends to dry out really fast because it's not mulched. So let's go do that real quick. The beans are still soaking. All right, so while I'm working on the potager over there, Mr. Smith has planted the loquat. It is in the front yard. He's hoping it'll be big enough one day to provide some shade to the house because the house faces southwest and the house gets a blistering hot sun. So with the sun blasting down, maybe this loquat will get big enough to provide a little bit of shade. But there it is, all planted. I've surrounded it with a mulch ring of that composted chopped up trees. There is a lot of clay in this soil, but we've put it in a spot that is raised up. That is actually an elevated little baby hill that's not really coming across in the film right now. But anyway, there's that. And then over here, this here is the apple tree that we already have. Let me shakily walk you over here. So this tree we got at Walmart maybe last year. It's a Golden Delicious, not a Golden Dorset. So we could have gotten a Golden Dorset. Anyway, $24.94, Golden Delicious. It doesn't like to leaf out. That's kind of all we get is a couple of little tufts of leaves. It's alive, it just doesn't, I don't know what it wants. We're putting the other one over here, kind of where Bella's laying. And then we have a pear tree there. That's a Bartlett pear, not a Bradford. It's not one of those awful invasive ones. That one actually does make fruit. Well, it should. It should make fruit. It hasn't yet, but it will. So here is our other apple. This is the Anna. There we have it. Move, Chloe. So I'm gonna go dig up some more of that compost and make a nice little mulch ring of compost. See, the other tree and this one, we left it up out of the ground about 3 or 4 inches, and that way I can pile up compost without getting it around the stem. You never want to pile up mulch or soil above the level that it was in the pot. So there. So let me go fill up my wheelbarrow with more. I'm almost done with that pile of chopped up trees. I'm doing a really good job of knocking it down. That way my husband can start mowing that area, that circle of brown. All right, just wanted to give an update. Like literally, it's been hours. It's been hours since I started soaking the beans. The beans are all plumped up. The beans have doubled in size. They're plump. But I've been moving mulch into the beds. Hey, hi, I'm back. So we're having too much fun right now. So it's time to plant beans. It's been a couple, 3 or 4 hours since I last spoke to you. So here we have rattlesnake pole beans and Kentucky Wonder beans. So I think I'm gonna do the Kentucky Wonder beans on the teepee trellis and the rattlesnake pole beans on that other trellis that I built. I've got the orchid beans in the front. Rattlesnake is gonna go up the trellis behind it. So here we go. I was gonna plant a majority of my bush beans over by the cabbages, but I think I'm gonna stay over here near where I just planted the pole beans, where Stephanie and I planted the pole beans, right here behind me. This is just on the other side of the oregano mound patch. Here I have my bolted Sun King broccoli. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these off at the base. leaving all those roots in the soil to feed the microorganisms down there. These are gonna go in the compost. There are red ants I see, so I'm gonna be careful. See them running around. I'm gonna need these tags for later because I'm running out of tags. I bought a pack of 200 tags from Amazon a couple years ago, and I swear to goodness, how could I have used all 200? I don't understand. Apparently I haven't. Timber. Felt like a tree. Okay, and all of my salad is bolting. I don't know if you can see behind me. This is bolted salad. She just stares at it like, I don't know what to do with this. Mom will get mad if I rip her arm off. That's my only concern, is she's gonna rip the arm off. It's a little broccoli nugget. Ate it. Okay, let's plant. I'm yapping. I'm just talking to you. Maybe a separate channel just for like Nicole Smith. Instead of Nicole Smith gardening, it'll be Nicole Smith rambling. I mean, I get my best ideas when I'm drinking. So, anyway, I'm just pulling weeds real quick, and then we're gonna plant this bean. Burpee's Tender Pod. This bean has swole up. This bean is swole from when I put it in the water. Look, they are plump, beautiful white beans with little burgundy spots. Lovely, gorgeous. Right in this area, all the beans. I am planting so many beans this year because last year I wanted all the beans. You know how many beans I got last year? Not all of them. It's hardly any beans. So, okay, April 4th, planting Burpee's Tender Pod. I'm just gonna make a bunch of holes and then I'll plant them. So I'll come back to you in a minute. This is gonna take a minute. This soil is actually, it's pretty, I watered it. There's a lot of clay in here. I did add a lot of clay to this garden soil. Anyway, I'll come back to you in just a minute. Alright, so little garden friend jumped on my hand. That right there. That jumped on my hand. And so we're done for today. I'm done. That spider jumped on my hand as I was finishing up the beans. Nope. I got a big old nope on my hand. Nope. I can handle a lot of things. That is not something that I'm gonna put I will not. I won't have it. I won't have it, I tell you. So, okay. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe. If it's the end of the video, goodbye. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.